Imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited, whereas imagination embraces the entire world, stimulating progress, giving birth to evolution. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. I have no special talents, I'm only passionately curious. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind. The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer. Two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the universe. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. The only source of knowledge is experience. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. I believe that a simple and unassuming manner of life is best for everyone, best both for the body and the mind. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. You can't blame gravity for falling in love. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. Never memorize something that you can look up. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. Wisdom is not a product of schooling, but of the lifelong attempt to acquire it. The high destiny of the individual is to serve rather than to rule. The only thing that interferes with my learning is my education. To punish me for my contempt for authority, fate made me an authority myself. Joy in looking and comprehending is nature's most beautiful gift. The faster you go, the shorter you are. The only real valuable thing is intuition. God does not play dice with the universe. A man should look for what is, and not for what he thinks should be. There comes a time when the mind takes a higher plane of knowledge, but can never prove how it got there. It is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science. If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. I never think of the future. It comes soon enough. A table, a chair, a bowl of fruit and a violin. What else does a man need to be happy? The important thing is to not stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. Intellectual growth should commence at birth and cease only at death. Anyone who doesn't take truth seriously in small matters cannot be trusted in large ones either. The distinction between the past, present and future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion. Any man who can drive safely while kissing a pretty girl is simply not giving the kiss the attention it deserves. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. I have no special talent. I'm only passionately curious. The value of a man should be seen in what he gives and not in what he is able to receive. A happy man is too satisfied with the present to dwell too much on the future. The only way to escape the corruptible effect of praise is to go on working. One may say the eternal mystery of the world is its comprehensibility. It is every man's obligation to put back into the world at least the equivalent of what he takes out of it. Whoever is careless with the truth in small matters cannot be trusted with important matters. Time is what prevents everything from happening at once. I believe in intuition and inspiration. Never lose a holy curiosity. All religions, arts and sciences are branches of the same tree. It is strange to be known so universally and yet to be so lonely. A person starts to live when he can live outside himself. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Any fool can know. The point is to understand. You never fail until you stop trying. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Do not worry about your difficulties in mathematics. I can assure you that mine are still greater. It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer. Peace cannot be kept by force, it can only be achieved by understanding. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. A clever person solves a problem, a wise person avoids it. Education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. A ship is always safe at shore, but that is not what ITYTM's built for. I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university. The only thing that interferes with my learning is my education. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. If A is a success in life, then A equals X plus Y plus Z. Work is X, Y is play, and Z is keeping your mouth shut. Logic will get you from A to Z. Imagination will get you everywhere. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life, ERTM's coming attractions. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. If I were not a physicist, I would probably be a musician. I often think in music. I live my daydreams in music. I see my life in terms of music. The hardest thing in the world to understand is the income tax. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existence. Whoever undertakes to set himself up as a judge of truth and knowledge is shipwrecked by the laughter of the gods. I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination. What is right is not always popular, and what is popular is not always right. The only reason for time is so that everything doesn't happen at once. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. Two things are infinite: the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the universe. There comes a time when the mind takes a higher plane of knowledge, but can never prove how it got there. The only source of knowledge is experience. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them.